everyone. This is Dr. Qusay Faisal with you. I am going to talk regarding the last topics which explained on Tuesday for those people, for those students who did not attend the class at 9 a.m. The topics was regarding graphics and multimedia. Actually, there is combination of two topics. Graphics is one of the topics which you are going to study it in semester 2 in computer science, and multimedia is one of the topics which you are going to study it in year number 4. Then I am going to talk at the end of this lecture about grammar, when or while or as. What is the rule and examples for using these words. Now I'm going to start with the graphics. So what is the graphics for computer science? Actually, graphics study the manipulation of visual and geometric information using computational techniques. Okay, it focus mathematical and computational fundamental of image. Okay, so there is some processing. You might use programs or something like that on the image. Okay, so for graphics, you could manipulate the graphics, you could play with the graphics, So if you have a picture, you might use one of the programs like Adobe Photoshop or Paint or another programs to change in the pictures. See here, so you could change in the resolution, you could change in the brightness, the light quantity on the picture. So from that you could change the visualization of the picture. So there is other thing need to be considered in the graphics, which is called transport. Okay, transport, it have two study independently, which is scattering and shading. Scattering, it's concern about the amount of the light, brightness, darkness on the picture. So what is the light interacts, okay, on the surface of the picture. So this is one of the important things in transport. Another thing is the shading. Shading is the material ability to pass the light. So there are three materials: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Transparent, same like window, is going to transfer all the light, it will let it through. Translucent, something like light material, so it's going to pass partial of the light and forbid another part of the light. Opaque is something like very dark material, cannot let the light pass through, okay, and it will make big shadow. See here. So this is opaque. There are three types of materials, and the number of lights which is going to go through materials is varies depend on the material. So that's shading. These two things is very important in transport for the graphics. So in the exam I might ask you what is the graphics. This is general knowledge. Or I could ask you what is the transport. Okay, so you could say that transport is part of the graphics, and you explain the transport same as explained here. Also you have to talk about, if I ask you about transport, you have to talk about scattering and shading. Okay, so this is our general knowledge. Now let's go for multimedia. That's graphics. Now what is the multimedia? Multimedia stands for multi and media. Okay, multi means many or more than one. That's multi. Media, okay, media is a plural, which mean conveying or transmit. So they transmit information from place to place. That's the media. So when you transmit the information, you transmit it through medium. Okay, so medium is a singular. It means intermediate. Could be air, could be water, could be iron. So something in the middle or something in between. So you could transmit the information through. Okay, so multimedia. So that's the meaning of multimedia. So what is example for multimedia? That will be the topics at the end. What are the examples? Could be TV. TV is part of multimedia. Journals, part of the multimedia. E-learning, movies. I will come to this part at the end of multimedia. Now, there is what is multimedia as a definition? Okay, so this is abbreviation, multi and media. So that's the abbreviation of multimedia. Now, as a definition, is a field of computer science that integrates different forms of information and represents in the form of audio, video, and animation, along with traditional media. Okay, so it could be audio, video, also text message. Also is kind of, you could transmit it through media. Okay. So multimedia computer system, high capacity, integrate different media, including text, graphics, animation, audio, and video. So in the exam, I might ask you what is the definition of multimedia. So this is the definition of multimedia. Is the field computer science, integrate different forms. So this is the definition. And with that, I will ask you, maybe this is general knowledge. So I will ask you for definition of multimedia, and I might ask you what are the 5 different examples, 5 different things you could transmit it through multimedia. So these are the 5 different things you could do it through multimedia. Text, you could send text. Graphics, okay, you could do graphics through multimedia. Animation, audio, and video. These are the 5 things or 5 topics you could use it through the multimedia. So what are multimedia applications? So in the exam, I might ask you, give me 5 or 6 different applications for multimedia. So you could use it in presentation, ebook, digital library, e-learning, movie making, video games, okay, animation films, multimedia conference. So same like I will come one by one. Presentation, so that's when you do presentation through media, through the internet. Ebook, so that's when you use you buy books or something like that through eBay or Amazon. So that's when you buy ebooks. Digital library, so that's books available in the library online. You could access on it online. Same like we have in Jihan University, we have digital library to have something like maybe 15,000 books. Most of these books from computer science is about networking, about another topics, maybe microprocessors and other topics. So about 5,000 from these 15,000, about 5,000 books from computer science. You could look at it as an example. E-learning, that's when you learn using electronic mails or something like that. Movie making, you could do movies and do it online. Video games, so there are games you looked it online and you could access it online. Animated films, multimedia conference, so that's like Google Classroom now. We could do multimedia conference, so we could do it online live, if we agree on time, and there is no problem with the internet, so all of us we look at the same time on internet, we could do conference. Now nowadays during corona pandemic virus, the presidents of big countries in the world, so same like the Europe, they doing meeting among them using multimedia conference, using Google Classroom or Zoom meeting, something like that, and they doing conference online. So while the Germany presidents and the Spain presidents and Italy president, each one of them sitting in his home or in his house doing meeting, all together with the other presidents of the countries. See here? So that's multimedia conference. And e-shopping, you could buy through the internet from Family Mall or Majdi Mall through the internet. Okay? So that's for e-shopping. These are examples for multimedia computer. Now, as a quick example, that's for Adobe Photoshop or the Paint. See here, this is the Paint. So this is the Paint. Sorry, I'm going to open the Paint program. I think it's open now. So see here, these techniques. So see here, this is curve. This is if you want to erase, if you want to pen. This is for pen. See here, pencil. And this is if you want to add color. See here, color packets. If you want to select, this is the area of select. So if you want to rotate, so this is for rotation. See here. So all these as a kind of shapes, okay, presenting something. So there are 16 sample for drawing or to do something with graphics. So for example, this one to erase, this one to select. See here, same as we saw it before a few seconds in Paint. See here, and to write text, this is to write text. This is airbrush, and this one is for this one is for ellipse, to make ellipse shape. This is for magnitude. This is for color. Okay, this is to draw curve. This is polygon. See here, all these is common. Okay, just see here and you compare. So this is text. See here, 1M, that's the solution. Where is M? This one. This is to write text. 2, what is 2? 2B. 2B, that's the shape for erase, just I mentioned a few seconds ago. 3 polygon, 3O, so that's the answer, 3O. So this is 3O. I will not tell you to memorize, but in the exam I might give you some of these, and I tell you to match. For example, to match with the right figure. Okay, to match the sentence or the word with the right figure. For example, text, and I give you many figures. So same like these figures here. So text, you should match it with this one, with M, 1M. So that's the solution. See here, and all these shapes, okay, the meaning for these shapes, that's the solution. You could have a look at it. Now, another example we have here. So here, give 16 names that usually used in graphical design. So I will not give you this question in the exam, but as I mentioned, I might give you something like this question here. Just a few seconds. So I will give you just like this question. Match the word with the right shape, for example. So you should match, for example, 1 with M. See here, this is M. 1 with M. 2 with B. 3 with O. Something like similar to these examples. I will not tell you to memorize the 16 one. So graphics. So this is no need to memorize. Which one of the following have been used to change picture 1 to 2? So this is picture 1 to picture 2. You see here, the dimension here is little bit bigger, this is little bit smaller, so the dimension have been changed. So that's number one. Number two, see here, this is small text, and this is you add text. So you use text here. You did add text here. Also, you see this one. This is have been rotated 90-degree clockwise. It could be rotated 90-degree anti-clockwise. So this is rotated. So see here. Now let me see here. Draw graphs. Draw graphs. See here. This is draw graphs. Add text. See here. This is text. Have more text. Change tools. Okay. Change attribute. Scale graphs. So maybe scale graphs. Maybe you change colors. Maybe because this is black and white. You didn't change. It's not clear. But in the exam, maybe I would change. This is if it was red and this is blue, so it have been changed colors. See here. Rotate the graphs, as I mentioned. Rotate 90-degree. Here is clockwise. See here. What are other graphics software? So for graphics, what software you use? The most common one is Adobe Photoshop. See here, this is Photoshop. The other most common one, 3D Max. This is which is most commonly used by architecture engineering. AutoCAD, also most commonly used by architecture engineering for drawing buildings, houses, all these things. So this is very important. OpenGL and OpenCV, these are the two important program which is used in multimedia. If you go to work with the news, for example TV news or something like that, you use OpenGL and OpenCV. These two things very important software. Now let's go for grammars. Just one of the most common used linking word is using after and before, and the rule is and also until. So the rule is just you put after or before at the beginning of the sentence, then you put comma and you put the second sentence, or you put after at the middle of the sentence, okay, but you don't need to put comma. Example for that here. Now we have example. Link these two each of these two sentences with using after or before. So here 1 plus 2, link it with after. So this and this, link it with after. So I could say text typed. So after, I could use after here. Use after. Link one with 2 using after. So after text typed in using word processing, so I have to put comma. Why? Because I put after at the beginning of the sentence. So then put comma, the text is edited, or it is edited, because here I'm talking about text. After the text typed using word processing, comma, is edited. So this is referred to text, or the text is edited, is correct. There is no wrong with it. So here just put the sentence same as it is. No need to change any tense, okay, for the verb. Just put the verbs as it is, the sentence as it is, and put after, before, or until. See here, very easy. Or you could say text is typed using a word processing after the text edited. So see here, so after in the middle, you don't need to put comma here. So that's the solution of this one. So 1 and 2 use after, 2 and 3 use before, 3 and 4 use after. So how you do it? So this is the solution of the exam, of the examples you could follow. So after the text typed using word process, there is comma here, it is edited. Okay, so, or you could say it is edited after the text typed using a word processing. Here no need to put comma. So that's, and you could follow the rest of the examples here. So for 2 and 3 use before. So the text is edited, the text is spell checked. So before the text spell checked, the text edited. Okay, so you could put before at the beginning of the text and then you put comma, or you could say the text edited before text spell check. There is no comma here, just one sentence. So see here, so it's possible to put either way. But be careful, if you put before or after at the middle of a sentence, no need to put comma. So if you put it at the beginning of a sentence, so you must put comma to separate between the first sentence and the second sentence. And let's go for today's topics. I want to use when, while, or as. But before that, let's go for quick refreshing. Let's go for simple past and past continuous, because we are going to use this one, the simple past and past continuous. We are going to use it to make sentences for when, while, and as. The rule for simple past is just put the subject and verb at the past, so very easy as that. For example, I traveled to Malaysia last year, so put the subject, which is I, then travel, put it in the past. So verb in the past, you put ed. This is regular verb. I traveled to Malaysia, so that was last year, so it's gone and finished. Okay, traveled and finished. I crossed, so here also subject and cross, in the past you put it crossed. I crossed the channel yesterday, so yesterday is already finished, so it's not coming back, and I crossed it and finished. His father died last week, so he died already, so the subject is his father. Okay, and the object is die, and the past of die is died. So past of die is dead. So his father is dead last week. See here, so last week is gone and finished. His father is dead already. Now there is a past continuous. The past continuous is to indicate action, okay, happen for some duration at the past. So this is past continuous. So the past continuous also you have to put subject plus you have to put was or were, and then you put the verb plus ing. Okay, so example, I was watching TV. So I watched TV, okay, that was finished last night, maybe early today. I watched it and finished. But when you watch TV, you will take some times, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, so you take duration. Because of that, so it's past continuous, because it's not just watch and finish. No, you watched for some time. So watching that means is continuous. But because in the past, so was watching, so that's why it's past continuous. Then you put the subject before that. So I was watching what? TV. Okay, so this is example for past continuous. She was writing. So when you write letter, you don't just write it for seconds. No, you write it for time, maybe for 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe half hour. So you do need time to write a letter. You were not listening to me. Okay, so the subject is you, and then you put was or were here. So you were not listening, so this is listen, and then you put ing for that, listening to me. Okay, so these are examples for past continuous. Now what is this related with our topics today, which is when, while, or as? Actually it's very related, because the rule for these topics, you put when, while, or as. Immediately after this you have to put past continuous. Immediately after this, the rule, you put past continuous, then you put comma, and you put simple past. Let me take some examples or exercise for that. So here, So using when, while, or as, it's used to connect the past continuous to and simple past together. It's used to show that one action happen in the middle of another action. Okay, so while you are doing these things, something happen. Okay, so because this is the rule. So the rule, after you put, so either you put when, while, or as at the beginning, then immediately after this you put past continuous, then comma, then past. Or you put the past at the beginning, I mean past by past, that mean I mean past simple. You put past simple at the beginning, then you put when, while, or as at the middle of the sentence, then you put the past continuous sentence without any comma. See here, without any comma. So example for that, so I was taking path and telephone rang. Now here you could put when or while I was taking path. So see here, so when or while, it will come before the past continuous. When I was taking a bath, okay, here you should put comma. Okay, the telephone rang, so this is past simple. So put the past, you put when, past continuous at the beginning, then comma, past simple. Or it's possible to put the past simple at the beginning. The telephone rang, then you put when in the middle or while in the middle, and then you put the past continuous sentence after that. So here, the telephone rang when I was taking a bath. See here? So you put when, there is no comma here. Be careful. And this is one of the things which might come to the exam. I will give you, fill in the gaps. Okay? When, and then I give you gap and give you between two brackets take. Okay? A bath, then I put comma, the telephone, and then I give you gap here and I put ring. So you should make sure that after when, immediately you put past continuous. So past continuous, so this is, you should put was taking. So you put the take in the gap, was taking, when I was taking a bath. Okay, and the telephone, you should change the ring, R-I-N-G, to rang. The telephone is rang. If you put ring, is wrong, because ring is just verb, present. So you have to put it past simple. So you should change it to past, rang. Same if you use while. So while I was taking a bath, you could put here while. See here? While I was taking a bath. So, but after you put while, immediately you put the past continuous. Or you put while in the middle, but the past simple, which is the telephone rang, at the beginning of the sentence. So same like here. The telephone rang while, see here, there is no comma here. Just put while I was taking a bath. So you could use as. So this is another example. So these are one of the questions which may come to the exam of the final year. You have more example. Correct the wrong sentence if you find. So here, I was watching TV when she called. So this is wrong or right? Actually, this is false. Why is false? Because after when, you remember the rule? After when you put when in the middle, after that you should have past continuous. Okay? So even if you put it at the beginning, you should have past continuous. So see here why it's wrong? Because here when, you should have past continuous. So when, it should be I was watching TV. So this is opposite. This is wrong. So this part should be after when, and this part should be before when. So this is have been mixed upside down. Okay, upside down. So it should be this one at the beginning. So it should be she called at the beginning, and then you put when I was watching TV. So this is false. This is wrong, Look to the second one. When the telephone rang, so see here, this is past simple. This is also wrong. She was writing letter. So she was writing letter should be after when. And then comma, the telephone rang. So comma is correct. Okay? Because when at the beginning of the sentence. But the wrong is there is upside down. So here should be she was writing letter. Okay? She was writing letter immediately after when. And the telephone rang, it will be after the comma. See here, this is also upside down. You look to the other examples and you see what is the wrong and try to correct the wrong. So this is not homework, but is for you to practice for final exam. Okay, next lecture it will be about flowchart. That's it for today lecture. Next lecture it will be about the flowchart. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening and goodbye.